Well, good morning and happy Mother's Day from Mike Carter Field. We're on the Rose City Complex. The coaches are meeting at home plate, and we're going to play these coaches' interviews over the first part of this ball game because we're a little late getting going here. Had a little tutorial going on in the press box. So Coach Howard, Bobby Howard, first-year head coach for the Pioneers. They are now 16-16 overall. He and Coach Wren are at home plate meeting with the umpires. And they really don't need to go over ground rules other than maybe the umpires that are different for today's ball game. But had a chance to catch up with Coach Howard down in the Pioneer dugout. Let's hear what he had to say a few minutes ago. All right, we got Pioneer coach Bobby Howard here. And, Coach, first time we had a chance to talk to you. I didn't get here early enough. I was broadcasting another game yesterday. Talk about the Pioneers' journey to actually the last two games of the 2017 season.
Well, this is my first year here. When I got here, we didn't have a schedule or any recruits. So
wow.
It was June 9th, and I had to start. So and then we lost 5 potential starters that semester, grade-wise, and one pitcher, a catcher, shortstop, and 2 outfielders. So we struggled a little bit. We beat the people we're supposed to beat, and then we're losing to the people that we're supposed to lose to. We need better players, obviously, but it's been a journey this year, and we're going to get better.
Well, you had a 4-game and a 7-game winning streak, so you've had some high spots.
We have. We've played some good people. Of course, we're Division III in an area where there's no Division III, so we have to play Division II and Division I. So we're playing up, and it's making us better. And we're I've gotten some good players coming in, so we're excited about next year.
Well, I was impressed with what Garrett gave you last night. I thought he got stronger as the game went on.
He did.
Talk about his outing last night.
Freshman come in here from a little small school, want to be a position player. I made him a PO, and he's become a pretty good pitcher. He needs to work on a slider, but he did get stronger, and he threw a lot of innings. And we've had our number 1 got hurt midway through the year, shoulder. That was another problem we had, and our number 2 actually went home early, so we struggled a little bit pitching, and I have all freshman pitchers, so next year will be better.
Well, I also was impressed with, I didn't know Baker was Phil's son.
He is.
He's got a unique approach at the plate, but he squared some balls up. He had a nice ball game for you last night.
He did. When Baker was 9, he pulled out a little bit, and Phil made that adjustment for him. He's done that ever since. So, he's a good player, a good student. He's a 3.95 grade point, a finance major, and he signed with Central Baptist in Conway, Arkansas. And he's just a quality kid.
Well, this is Mother's Day. Any thoughts on Mother's Day as we
Well, I'm 7 hours from my mom.
Okay.
So I had to call him. I had a little problem at the motel, so I had to call her and wish her a Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, and then my wife's down with our 2 kids, so
nice.
I'm kind of here in
I've
Texas
spent my
myself.
share of Mother's Days on a baseball field or in a hotel room.
That's right.
Sharing that with my wife, and so, congrats on getting a job. Thanks for playing Doug. I know that he's pretty much an independent Division III in East Texas, and so finding games and having opponents of like level is really challenging, as you know full well. So I appreciate greatly, as someone who's got a history with the program, you guys coming down and playing a 3-game set with him, and hopefully this is something that can continue on in the future.
And, we graduated last Saturday, and we didn't make the postseason, so this game was I actually tried to get out of it, and I thought, no, if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't want to do that.
Well, thanks for honoring that. I know Doug appreciates it. I know, as someone who's a steward of the program, appreciate it greatly. I know I've been in his shoes as a head coach scheduling, and it's really a challenge.
It is.
Thanks for doing that. I wish you all the best as a Pioneer skipper, and thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to me today.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That was Bobby Howard, the head coach for the Pioneers. Appreciate him giving a few minutes of his time as the Apaches take the field. We're going to go ahead and play Coach Wren's interview right now, and it'll probably go over the start of this ball game. We'll catch you up with the lineups and the defensive alignments after Coach Wren. Let's hear from Coach Wren and what he had to say on this Mother's Day. Okay, we got Coach Wren here in the Apache dugout. Mother's Day. Beautiful day at the ballpark. Let's first talk about last night's ball game with North Ark Pioneers.
Yeah, obviously a good start to the weekend. Get the first win underneath your belt. We were kind of approaching this weekend as an opportunity to get some guys in there, to put some situations out there for us to execute. And so we were able to do that a little bit yesterday, whether it's getting guys some pinch hit opportunities, whether it's some defensive replacement.
Right.
of course, I would have liked to have broken that game open, which we probably had an opportunity in middle innings, and we just couldn't kind of get anything going with some momentum. But it was actually good to see Broadway in another save opportunity, get him into a game that's close. So, from our standpoint, a win's a win, and we were able to see some things. We executed a couple bunts early that just working on some things, just trying to, get fine-tuned and ready to go for this upcoming regional.
All right, you used 5 pitchers. Are we going to see a similar approach on the mound today?
Yeah, I think just, trying to get some guys tuned up. All the starters are all on pitch counts, and then we're going to go to the bullpen and get those guys some innings and hopefully some confidence going into the regional. And so, a lot. We got some objectives this weekend that we want to accomplish, other than just winning a ball game.
Right.
So hopefully we can win a couple today and accomplish some of those objectives.
All right, you just got 2 more practices, maybe 3, I guess, if you count Wednesday. I'm not overlooking today's doubleheader, but what's your approach here? As school's out now, and you got to manage these guys as you go into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, you got to keep them in routine. You got to try to stay with your routines, and then just keep them focused. Get them focused on this weekend. They know what's at stake this upcoming weekend, but I think routine is important, and so we'll look to accomplish that over the next 3 days. And I don't know if we'll go off day this week, but with just limited time this week on the field, but hopefully it could be a good opportunity for us just to kind of get out here, fine-tune some things, and get guys ready and feeling comfortable out about competing on Thursday.
Okay, last question. Any Mother's Day message for you?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to Mom, and first Mother's Day to my wife Amelia. So
awesome.
Special day.
Yep. Well, Doug, thanks for the time. Hope today goes well for you.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thanks.
All right, that was Coach Wren, and down in the Apache dugout just a few minutes ago. First pitch of the ball game, Ray Gonzalez drilled it into center field, and the no-hitter is gone for Mason Whitmarsh. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Trevor Himshoot, the second baseman. Rounding out the lineup for the Pioneers. Batting next is Baker Wilson, the first baseman. And we'll go through the lineup here when we get a chance. 0-2 pitch. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. After Baker Wilson, it'll be Wyatt Penley at third base, DH Chris Worthy, shortstop Jacob Watson, catcher Joey Soto, center fielder Cord Simpson, and right fielder Jake Golden. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down, not in time. So Gonzalez gets the stolen base, and Himshoot is down swinging. First strikeout of the ball game for Mason Whitmarsh.
Now batting, number 20.
And here's Baker Wilson. He had a couple of base hits in last night's game, a double and a single. And flew out to center, popped up to short, and struck out. So he was 2 for 5 last night. Wilson is the son of former head coach Phil Wilson from North Ark. And I've been told that Phil is in the ballpark, so probably between innings here later in the game, I'm going to run down and try to say hello to Mr. Phil Wilson. 0-1, Baker Wilson fouls it off. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Tried to send a video, but Remind doesn't allow me to do videos, so I had to do a screenshot. I went down and did a video of about 10 of the players in the dugout saying Happy Mother's Day, but unfortunately our Remind text system only allows photos, so I took a screenshot. Hopefully you got the message from those that were there. Happy Mother's Day. I know there are some moms in the ballpark today. Seen a couple of them already. Very toasty day. It's already 78 degrees at game time. We have a southerly breeze at 7. That ball's going to hit Wilson, and he'll scoot down to first base. First and second, 1 out. Here's Wyatt Penley. Defensively for the Apaches, Jarrell McDade in left. Justin Roach gets the start in center today. Bo Busing out in right field. Around the infield, Taylor Broadway at third. Jared Wells at short. Matt McCusick at second. Eric Bullock back at first base. And Tyler Abney behind the plate. On the mound, it's Mason Whitmarsh. Ground ball left side. Wells, high hop, throws across, gets away. A run will come home, and it's 1-0 Pioneers. Now, that's a tweener there. I don't know. I think you got to give him an error. There's an error at some level or another. Whether it's I don't know if you give an error on the hit. I think he was there, or was he going to be out? Good throw would have got him, so it's an error all the way around. So Penley's aboard on the error. Wilson goes to third, and coming home to score the Pioneers' first run of the ball game is Ray Gonzalez. So first and third, 1 out, 1-0 Pioneers. Here's Chris Worthy, DH. First pitch outside, ball 1. For Mason Whitmarsh, he comes into this ball game 6-4 on the year with a 4.11 ERA. The 1-0 outside, 2-0. 57 innings pitched for Whitmarsh, 41 strikeouts, 12 walks. 6'2" and 190, right-handed freshman from Keller, Texas. Mason Whitmarsh working here in the first inning, the 2-0. Outside, 3-0, so Whitmarsh still trying to find the rhythm. As first pitch of the ball game was laced up the middle by Gonzalez, a strikeout, a hit batter, and an error by Jared Wells at short. That's a strike, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to short. This could be 2. 6-4. Going to have to be quick there, and they got him. So a 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. Whitmarsh out of trouble in the first, but the Pioneers do get 1 run on 1 hit. And the Apaches will come to the plate for the first time on a Mother's Day at Mike Carter Field. Stay with us. All right, let's bring you back a little early for this lineup. Here's the batting lineup for the Tyler Junior College Apaches. They come into the ballgame 31-20, led by 8th-year head coach Doug Wren. Leading off, left fielder Jarrell McDade. Batting second, the shortstop Jared Wells. Batting third, the third baseman Taylor Broadway. Batting in the cleanup spot, DH Jordan Trahan. Batting fifth, the right fielder Bo Busing. Batting sixth, the catcher Tyler Abney. Batting seventh, first baseman Eric Bullock. Batting eighth, the center fielder Justin Roach. And batting ninth for the Apaches, second baseman Matt McCusick. Defensively for the Pioneers, out in left field, it's Ray Gonzalez. In center, Cord Simpson. In right, Jake Golden. Around the infield at third, Wyatt Penley. At short, Jacob Watson. At second base, it's Trevor Himshoot. At first base, Baker Wilson. And Joey Soto will be the catcher on the mound for the Pioneers. The freshman from Valley Springs, Arkansas, Riley King. King is 3-3 with a 7.15 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, 17 walks. For the freshman from Valley Springs, Arkansas, Riley King. For Riley King, it's his 11th appearance of the year. Just his 4th start, so 7 of those appearances have been out of the bullpen. He does have 1 complete game. Here's Jarrell McDade, going to lead off today for Coach Wren and the Apaches. All white uniforms. Got to love the all whites on a Mother's Day. Black helmets, and they got the white caps with the black bills going today for the Apaches. North Ark back in their red tops with the gray trim and the gray pants. Got the gray ball caps with the red bills as well. 1-0 to McDade. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 12:08. Right on time. One 0 North Arkansas. Bottom of the first. The Pioneers 16-16 on the season coming into today's ball game. They actually took their finals last week. Ground ball to short. Watson up with it. 1 out. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. McDade is out. And here's Jared Wells. We do have a bad boy today.
Now batting number 2, Jared Wells.
Who is that? All right, Taylor Broadway's little brother is the bad boy. He's got one of our old BP tops on. Sweet. It's 07. We dogpiled in those uniforms. Our guys wanted to wear the BP tops for the championship game, so we did. And that's what that little fella's wearing. Bringing back some memories here at Mike Carter. The 0-1. That's going to miss and even the count for Jared Wells, the shortstop, stepping in. Apaches start their march towards another World Series this Thursday. NJCAA District C tournament action starts Thursday morning at 9. The Apaches play their first game at 4 p.m. on Thursday. The 2-1. Ground ball to Watson at short. Again, fields it cleanly. Low throw, but Baker Wilson picks it, and there's 2 up and 2 down in the Apache first inning.
Now batting number 7, Taylor Broadway.
We'll try to make some adjustments here. I don't know. I'm getting feedback that we got some audio issues. Everything on my side looks to be okay, so we'll try to see if we can spin a few dials here and get some better sound to you. But continue to give me that feedback. Appreciate Mr. Whitmarsh letting me know. All right, the Whitmarshes are watching from Keller. Grandparents are watching in Minnesota, so happy Mother's Day, happy Grandmother's Day. How's that? 2 balls and no strikes to Taylor Broadway. And we're headed toward the mid-80s today. That ball's well hit, high and deep to center field, but Cord Simpson barely moves. And the Apaches go in order in the first. We'll go to the second inning. The score from Mike Carter Field, 1-0 North Ark. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field, 6, 7, and 8 for the Pioneers from North Arkansas College. First pitch swung on and missed by Jacob Watson. Be Watson, Soto, and Simpson scheduled to come to home plate for Coach Howard and the Pioneers here in the second inning. Ground ball, second base. McCusick's got it. Nice play by Matt. 1 up and 1 down here in the second. Well, we appreciate, have heard from Miss Hughes. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Hughes. Can't tell you how many Mother's Days that I've spent in a baseball uniform. Just part of the deal. Baseballers don't get any spring break, and they usually don't get Mother's Day, sometimes Father's Day as well in the summer. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Joey Soto. He's catching. Soto was a DH in last night's ball game. A 5-2 win for the Apaches. Appreciate Ms. Hughes checking in. Rooting for the Apaches on the YouTube message. If you want to shoot me a note, let me know how that audio. I've heard Somebody, Whitmarsh has told me the audio is a little choppy, so hopefully it's getting better. All right, so we may hop between innings here. We may go ahead and hop off and hop back on. All right, I just missed what happened there. What happened? Swinging? All right, I'm trying to spin some dials here and make sure we're good, and I wasn't paying attention to the ball game. 2 outs and nobody aboard for the center fielder, Cord Simpson. So what we may do in between innings, we may log off and then log back on. Evidently we're a little bit off on the sound here right now, so hopefully that will clear things up. Appreciate the feedback from a couple of you that have sent me messages. And we'll keep it here until this half inning is over. Between innings, we'll log out and log back in. Hopefully, hate to interrupt the broadcast on your end of it, but that may smooth things out a little bit for everybody. So we'll give that a whirl here as we get to the end of the top of the second after North Ark makes their final out this inning. No balls and 2 strikes on Cord Simpson. And Simpson, in last night's ball game, 0 for 2, walked twice and struck out twice. That ball's in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Nice block by Abney behind the dish. Well, we've got a southerly breeze today. That means it's going to warm up. Starting the game at 78 degrees with a south wind at 7. And we're headed toward the middle 80s. Another foul ball. Staying alive is Cord Simpson. Mason Whitmarsh appearing for the 15th time this year, his 11th start of the season. He does have 1 complete game. 6-4 with a 4.11 ERA is Whitmarsh. Coach Wren said that we're probably going to see a nice slew of pitchers today. This is more of a tune-up weekend for the Apaches. Games, you want to win ball games, but you're also going to try to get everyone some game experience as we get ready to play in just a couple of days. The playoffs, NJCA playoffs start here at Mike Carter. Ground ball to short. Wells fields, throws to first, and the long fellow, Eric Bullock with that long arm, reaches up, makes the snag. 3 up, 3 down in the second. We'll log off here for a second, so you're going to have to kind of log back in just a minute.